Do you know what's really great is learning to laugh at the madness of your life? But do you know what's even greater? It's unlearning all of the bullshit, frankly, that you've taken on. I'm unlearning a lot of stuff, including, but by no means exhaustive, because it's an ongoing process, my friends. It really is. Please do like and subscribe, because I'd really love this one in particular actually to get out, because oh my god, I have suffered under this idea, but actively unlearning this idea of guilt and anxiety, constantly asking fucking permission, and not wanting to bother people, and don't want to get in the way. And I want you to really take a step back, okay, from everything that's going on in your life, because life has always been chaos. People always say, oh, political division has never been so fervent as it is now. It's like, no, it's not true. It's just that we haven't experienced those different levels of chaos from the past, because we weren't alive, we weren't around then, we weren't aware of various things going on when we were growing up, when we were 6 years old or 11 years old or 17 years old. We had different priorities then. There's always been chaos. There's always been flux. There's always been change. There's always been progression. There's always. It's the constant. Change is the constant. But when you become aware of all of the various ways that you've used to torture yourself, frankly, well, what you need to understand is a lot of the thoughts that you have from the past when you weren't awake, because there's always a moment of awakening of consciousness, a moment of enlightenment or nirvana or Valhalla, whatever it is. There are so many different terms historically that have release and epiphany, all these different things. They're all synonyms for the moment that you wake up. I've talked about this a lot in my videos, particularly when I first started this YouTube channel at the beginning of this year, of the Matrix being such a powerful cultural phenomenon, because it in such a way, taking all the politics out of it, that happened in the aftermath, in such a way it communicated so beautifully this idea of renaissance and enlightenment, of waking up to the reality of the situation that you're in, because your life is your world and your world is your life. You can't remove yourself, you can't extricate yourself from your life, and there are moments where you think, oh my god, this, what I thought wasn't right, what I thought, and when I say it wasn't right, what I thought didn't bolster me, didn't build me up. And also you do realize that a lot of things that you've been told by various people in various scenarios weren't true. Most people don't realize this. I mean, most people just believe what they believe and behave in the way that they behave because they want something out of a society that will feed them praise because they want to advance on a particular path. But a lot of people, and I think this is a really hard thing actually for people to understand, a lot of people will choose a path that doesn't necessarily make them happy or fulfilled, but it will incentivize and reward them in a particular way that they feel like they're getting some kind of positive feedback from life. But look at those people and look at their emotional and psychological states, and you'll realize that they're not enjoying themselves. They're just in the hamster wheel. And this is going to sound so patronizing. And I'm sorry, but not sorry. I don't want to sound patronizing, but I really sympathize. Because I have been so heavily criticized by a lot of people for speaking the truth. All that I've really done in my time is observe, watch, which is why I probably, in my recently ended relationship, why I ended up with a voyeur, somebody who loved to sort of prowl and spy on people. That's the person I ended up with, because that's what really instigated my true awakening to my life and purpose. That I love the truth. I love the truth. But I've been with people who despise and hate and loathe the truth because they don't want to sort themselves out. And I have sympathy for those people because they're prisoners. And the craziest thing about it is that they choose to be prisoners. It's a very hard thing to accept. But people would rather be prisoners of their own egos and be right than be truth seekers and be just. It's very hard. It's very hard to live by the truth because you will encounter a lot of really abhorrent behaviour and violent behaviour. Sometimes people do have their lives stripped away from them. But I value truth seeking, but I want to do truth seeking in a positive and vibrant and beautiful way. And if that means that I don't have many or no friends, I don't mind. I'm not setting myself up as some kind of martyr or Christian saint being fed to the lions. No, it's not what I'm talking about. I have a commitment to the truth. And the more that I tell the truth, this is by no means an exhaustive and completed process, but the more I commit myself to the truth and speak it, the better my life becomes. And I welcome the abundance and the beauty of truth in my life. But you have to be able to understand that when people are hurling insults, it's very, very difficult. I understand it sounds weird, but it's very, very difficult to not take it personally. But understand that when people get triggered and start appearing to insult you, they're not talking about you. They're not. They're talking about themselves. They are expressing and letting you know what their state of mind is. They are not shouting at you. They are shouting near you. It's very, very, very difficult to discern the difference, but when you do, when you have a commitment to the truth and a commitment to beauty, you will encounter a lot of people who don't want it. And that's why you have to strengthen yourself, strengthen your resolve, strengthen your commitment to the truth, strengthen your commitment to beauty, strengthen your soul and your resolve to keep on the path of truth, to want to know the truth above all else. And you'll become the person that you are meant to be. Please, God, please. I pray for you. Please keep going. I know it's not easy. I know it's not pleasant at times. But, my friend, it is worth it. Thank you very much for listening. Martin Pavey here. Please do like and subscribe and share to spread this very important message. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Ciao for now.